Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to part 9 of the GTA 3 series. It is I, again, the King once more, here to present to you part 9 of Grand Theft Auto 3. I hope all have been well. I'm going to start off by getting 15 of the hidden packages that are on Staunton Island, as well as doing 50 of the taxi driving missions. So you're going to be able to see where 15 of the 35 are, and then I'm going to do a little bit later as well. So yeah, let's go ahead and get on into this. The first one that I'm going to pick up is right at the hospital by the construction site. It's easiest to go ahead and get this ambulance, hop up on it, and then jump onto the awning right there, and then grab the package. I recommend keeping this ambulance as it does come in handy quite a bit later. And then from there, just snake around the back and try not to flip over your vehicle. If so, just grab another one. But right back in here, I don't know exactly what this is, but this dock looking thing, shipping, loading dock or whatnot, there's a hidden package right behind there too. Next off, you're just going to bust a right, and right at the stadium behind that rock star sign in the middle, there's going to be another hidden package. And then hop back in your vehicle and go to the front entrance, and there will be one all the way at top of the stairs, and I'm going to pull up and show you where that is. Now, do be cautious around that construction site, because even right when you get to Staunton Island, the cartel is not very happy with you, and they will start opening fire on you if they do see you either walking or driving around that area. Now, the street right across from it, there's this little gate. It's not going to open, so you're going to want to park a big vehicle like a van or this, something you can climb onto the top of, and just jump over the gate. Now once you're inside, it will open so you can get back out, but right in this little garage there is another hidden package. And then you're going to want to go to this little building site right in front of it, pull around, and you're going to run all the way to the back behind the building, and there will be a hidden package right there. Now after that, I'm going to go ahead and go to the construction yard. There are 2 hidden packages that are in the construction yard, as well as a nice little health pickup, as well as an armor pickup, which is always nice to have, especially since the cartel is just kind of blindly firing on you. It is nice to have a little bit of protection whenever you are around them. So once you enter, you're going to go to this little bottom area, and in between those 2 pillars right behind me, there will be a hidden package. And you can easily just run out or drive your vehicle out, either or. And there is going to be a little ramp. You can just go ahead and pull up or get out of the vehicle, and there is a staircase right at the end that will lead you up. Right to your right is going to be the health pickup as well as the armor. May as well grab both of those and the hidden package there as well. Now that health and armor are good things to know in case you would like to pick one up. Just in case you need some, as it is free and you do not have to pay for it. Now if you already have the body armor at your safe house, which you need 50 hidden packages, and that will unlock the body armor. But if you don't have it, then bam, boom, there you go. Go to the construction site and just pick that up. I'd use a vehicle, that way you don't really take much damage from the cartel, and you still have a lot of your body armor health as high as it can be. Now do be careful with this one, as you have to hop onto this beam, and this is where you really want to be careful, is maneuvering on the beam. And you're going to want to get on the middle beam. Again, I'm having some trouble just lining this up, and that guy's shooting at me, not making things easy. And there's that hidden package right there. Can't find a vehicle. Have to run into the brunt of all of that. So that shredded my entire health bar of armor. I'm lucky I had that, or I would have been really close to dying. I probably would have had 2 hit points left, just because I had lost 2 of them from jumping in the construction site. Now this is right by the pay and spray. It's going to be in the garage right here, and that is the hidden package. All you're going to want to do is go from there and bust this right, and then bust a left and go inside this car park that's going to be here. Just go up the first ramp, so it's going to be on the 2nd level technically. And to the left right there is that hidden package. And might as well hop into a taxi. I do like this vehicle a little bit better. Well, not maneuvering it the best, but it works. Now there are going to be 2 more at the park. So go ahead and hop out. This little gate's going to be open, and there will be a package in the middle of the basketball court. I'm going to let them just beat the hell out of each other. Now you're going to want to go into the middle of the park, and you will see a spot where there's a walk across bridge. This is exactly in the middle. If you run under it, right there is another hidden package. Now I'm going to turn right here, that way I can get to the bottom level of this, over the overpass, I guess you'd call it, and go all the way to the end. And there will be a hidden package right by this pillar. Now this time you're going to want to get to where you can actually access the bridge, which would take you to the 3rd island, but it is locked because that island has not been unlocked yet. But you can still access the ramp to it, which is what you're going to need to do. So whip around real quick like that. Sorry, dude behind me. Did not mean to do that. Now, right as you get on, you're going to want to stay to the left, and you're going to notice a little corner of the building right here. Just hop right onto it, and this hidden package is going to be right at the end. Now that is going to conclude the first 15 hidden packages of 35. I'm going to do a little bit more in some other videos, but right now I'm just going to do 15 of them. As well, I'm going to get 50 of the taxi fares completed. Go ahead and just pick up some ammunition. Don't know if I'm going to need it, but you know, just in case. And boom, that's my lucky day, and your unlucky day. Now, I find that this island is really easy to do the taxi missions on, as long as you don't get too many calls that have to go to the construction site. That seems to be where you would take the most damage, just because you're going to have the cartel shooting at you quite a bit. Now, the city is a little bit tricky just on where some things are. But if you keep driving around and doing this, or you've played before, you might know a little bit of the city, but you do have a lot of avenues to get to where you were trying to go, which does make it really nice. And sometimes you'll actually get really lucky and you end up making multiple stops. Like, what I mean by that is you'll keep taking people back and forth to the same place. I did have that happen quite a few times, which is really nice. Sometimes people even will take a taxi and it's literally down the block. It's like walking distance. It's pretty funny. Just thinking like, well, why would you order a taxi for this? But they did, and it counts as a fare, so that really helps you out, just getting a lot of them in rapid succession. Now with this one, you can build your time up, which can be really helpful in case you get someone to drop off at the construction site and you drop them off. I would recommend not picking up somebody near that site. It's very hard to get in the taxi as well. You have people shooting at you. Just drive away and you'll find another fare somewhere else. In this mode, you really have a lot of time to go ahead and waste a little bit of it, as it does build pretty fast. Because whenever you drop a fare off, one is usually right around the corner to go ahead and pick up. And it doesn't take too long if you miss one and try to go pick somebody else up. And like right here, I'm going back to the same place where I picked that last person up, which just makes life easy. There's not a lot of traffic going around in this area, which makes it very fast, very simple to go ahead and pick someone up and drop them off. Now, if you keep getting people in a row, like 5, 10, 15, 20, and onwards, you do get a bonus for that. So it does help to keep that up, because you'll get an increasing bonus every time. And once again, gonna go ahead and go back to that Bolt Burgers. So just an easy 3 trips right there. This one's in a little bit different location, but that's fine. I'll just go by the park, keep zooming past here, and then get to the shopping mall in no time. And then right as you turn down here, there's no traffic. So very easy to drop them off and then go pick up the next person. Just watch around the corner. Make sure that nobody's coming through there, because you might end up smack dabbing head on into somebody and doing some damage to your vehicle, which you really would like not to do. Way overturned on that. But see, like right there, I don't even know why they call it a taxi. They just paid $31 for nothing. But that's their problem, not mine. Wow, this Bolt Burger is a very popular place today. So for the 100% completion, you do need to do 100 taxi cab fares. Not all in a row, but just in total. So I'm trying to knock some of those out. And just kind of doing it earlier on so I don't save it too much until later. And I really like driving around through this town and just kind of getting used to it a little bit more. Now this one is a weird one, the one in the middle of the park. I don't recommend doing what I just did. Just kind of makes it a pain. I would go through right there where I'm going out, or on the other side. There's a little cutout for both of the middles on both sides. And it makes it really easy to get to that location without worrying about flipping your vehicle or doing too much damage to it. As that time it was a lot easier for me to go ahead and get to that point in the park, because once you go inside of the park, the terrain is just really rough and rugged and not ideal for driving through. Now this one's easy to get to even from where I'm at. Just pop down this hill. Do mind your speed. You could flip right there. And this will get you back to the football stadium and campus section, as well as around where the construction yard is as well. Get me my Pepsi. And another Bolt Burger. Okay. As you can see, I'm getting shot at. That is by the cartel. They're not very happy about us blowing their boat up from previous. They still remember that, and they're still a little bit sore about it. Whoops. Oh, come on now. Head on and scrape you as well. Not ideal. And as you see there, the faster that you can get to a point, you do get a speed bonus, which is very nice. Can clear a little bit of extra money on it as well. I know it's only like $800, around $1,000, somewhere around there. But when it comes to buying ammo, if you do need to, it stacks up and helps out a lot. As well as doing a pay-in spray or something like that. as it's really the only money you can spend in this game is the pay and spray, your weapons, as well as some missions do require you to put a down payment on them. And I think if you get busted or if you die, you do have to spend a little bit of money as well as a fee. So it's nice to avoid doing that as much as possible. And right there, it says that there's someone in the middle of the park. I just don't like driving through there. So like right there, I'll just drive around and find somebody else, and that didn't even take 10 seconds. I already have about 4 minutes still on my clock. Right when they get in, it pops the timer up more. So I'm not going to mess around with trying to find somebody in the middle of a grassy park. I just don't like it. I don't feel comfortable driving around there, and it's more of a hassle to get in and out of there and drive around through there. So I recommend just driving off and finding somebody else. You're always going to have more people looking for a taxi ride. This is the post-day Uber. Even right there, that was kind of a weird spot. And then boom, sometimes it'll pop up behind you, but just look and see if there's any cars coming. Like right there, nobody was. I easily was able to reverse and just go pick them up. And it just saves a lot of hassle and time than trying to pick up where that other guy was, which was on the opposite side of a one-way road. Now, even though I'm doing this, I actually end up just finishing all of the taxi missions on this island. That way I get all the 100, don't have to do anymore. But I still need to complete the 12 fires. My bad, the 20 fires, as well as the 20 criminals. So that's going to be coming up soon as well. I'm going to try to complete a lot of these before I start doing the missions on this island. Just because that's how I want to do it. And it helps me out by having the those little bribe stars. I'll have 4 of them instead of 2. So if I run into any trouble with the police, all I really have to do is go back to my hideout and collect those stars over there. Rather than paying for the pay and spray, or even going around and trying to find the little stars that are hidden throughout the map. Now, I even think when you start doing the missions that those icons go away for the pay and spray as well as the ammo shop, but it is nice to have them. That way you see where they are. As I keep playing, I'll be able to see, and y'all will be able to see if those do go away or if those just stay there. If they stay there, it's kind of weird they didn't on the first island. Because that is super helpful in figuring out where those things are. If you don't have the greatest of memory and remembering, knowing where they are. Alright, Yeah, I don't really want to run you over, but if I have to, bud, I will. Got a schedule to keep, man, in a New York minute. You'll notice a lot of the locations are the same. So once you start taking people back and forth, you'll start remembering where these places are, and that's why I highly recommend doing the taxi missions, as it really helps you build an understanding of the island that you're on, just because you're going to know where certain landmarks are, and the map will just become a lot more familiar to you. And then as well, it does help with your driving skill, because the goal is to complete as many as possible without blowing your vehicle up, and to do that you really need to try not to hit anything. And I think this is one of the better activities to better teach you how to drive, so to say. Alright, so 25 in a row, that's a $10,000 bonus. Not bad. Already halfway to 50. It is a little bit time consuming, but is one pretty good way to get money, at least if you can combo all of these together and get as many fares done in one setting as possible. These taxi vehicles also handle really well, which make them a lot of fun to drive around. They're not particularly fast, but they do have a good speed to it. It's just very easy to control them and whip them in and out of traffic, which is really what you're trying to do. Point being, get to the place as fast as possible, and without damaging your vehicle, if much to at all. But it does happen sometimes. Alright, so I gotta get to the museum in Newport, and after I drop her off, I'll be 3/5 of the way there. 3/5 of a way to half complete on doing the taxi missions. A lot of fractions there for you.
There's no need to move now.
Oh, whoops.
You beat up doing fine.
And don't be afraid to go into oncoming traffic. A lot of the times they're not going to swerve into you. You'll be able to swerve in and out of it pretty fast, especially if your lane's not open and the path of travel that you would be going down if you're going down a road, as well as using the sidewalk. In real life, not so much of a good idea, but in the game, awesome paths of travel and opportunity to move around a group of vehicles if you do find yourself in heavy traffic when either doing this or even just doing a mission. And once again, Bolt Burgers. Man, they are making probably as much of a killing today as I am. Me maybe a little bit more with the people I've been running over, but I haven't seen their hamburgers, you know. It could be dangerously delicious. Or have a ridiculous amount of calories to it. And that Amco building is nice because it's just right around the corner.
Can't tell you.
I like to take that slow just because there's that curb there. If you hit it going really fast, you could end up flipping your vehicle. So do be careful with curbs. Not as much sidewalks, but things like entering a business, there would usually be a curb and you can see it raised up. In this game, when you look at the sidewalks, there's not much of a curb. It doesn't raise up, but you tell the difference with some of those other ones. Oh, come on, man. I mean, granted, if I saw a taxi cab looking like this, I don't think I would get in it. But these people seem to trust me enough. So that works for me. And hey, you know, they're getting to their destination. Hey, okay, it's no problem. Whoops. Well, you did me a favor. You got rid of my hood. I got tired of it flapping up and down. So, thank you, random pedestrian. Now, this way that I'm going down is a little dangerous because that's where the cartel is. They can shoot at you. But it makes a really easy path to travel, at least to this location. And again, Bolt Burgers. Wow. If that has not been the theme of most of my taxi drop-offs. And getting close to 40 fares so far. I have over 8 minutes to go ahead and do this, so as you run up a consecutive amount of fares, you'll see yourself pick up quite a bit of time. The only real problem becomes your vehicle. But yet again, you do have enough time to go ahead and respray it. And then that way, it'll put you back to full health. The only vehicles that you cannot respray are the emergency vehicles, so the paramedic and police type vehicles, you are not able to respray those. None of the spray shops will even touch those. But gratefully, the taxi is not considered an emergency vehicle, nor should it be. That would be really weird. But anyways, it does make it really nice that you can go to a pay and spray and get it fixed. So just remember that if you've been doing it a while and you're like, man, I really want to keep my streak, just go ahead and get it spray painted. $40 in a row, 16,000. Alright, 10 more to go, and then I'll be halfway to 100, which makes that very nice, as well as I had gotten 15 of those 35 hidden packages on this island. Definitely makes for a good day. Oh, come on. There we go. Wouldn't it be weird about getting out of your stop? Now, honestly, I probably should have just not accepted that. This is really close to being by the cartel. I really got lucky that nobody shot at me. But it worked out for the best, so there it is.
Not my shoes!
Alright, now to the AMCO building once more. A little bit across town, but not too bad. Easy enough to get there. And then do make sure that you pull up pretty close to the people you're going to pick up. You can have a little bit of distance on y'all, but do get as close as possible. Because if you are too far, they won't run to your vehicle, and you have to keep inching and inching and inching up, which can be frustrating sometimes. But yeah, I was about like a whole lane away, and he still ran into the vehicle. And then whenever you pull up next to him, use the handbrake, because if you use the reverse button, you might end up backing up. that handbrake will just plant you where you are. Whoa. A little bit close there, truck. And you, honestly, what were you doing turning in the outside lane? I don't like that. And Amco once again. Alright, go to the shopping mall. Buy that Bellevue Park, or Bellevue Park, however you say it. And then I'll just need one more person, and I'll be at that magic number 50, the big 50. And then go and save my game. That way I have all this progress. Would not want to go and repeat all of this once again. Once is good for me. Granted, I'm gonna have to pick up 50 more people. But definitely good not to have to do it twice. And the last one would be at the construction site. Alright, pop them off there. And then I'm going to go ahead and end that out. So for 15 in a row, I got $20,000. $8 over 130,000. Which is actually really nice for just picking up 50 people consecutively. Alright, I know my garage is full, but I can go ahead and just pick these items up. That way I have them for next time, and I save my game, and they'll be out there again. Alright, well, ladies and gentlemen, it is getting that time to be the end of the video. I do want to thank y'all for watching. Make sure to like the video if you did enjoy it, as well as subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up with the content, as I do post quite frequently. Well, once again, thank you for watching, and until next time, peace.